Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you, live at zero complaint level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Cause is never known. It is the effects which are manifest. So, when we go to the doctor, we tell the symptoms. Symptoms are the effects. From these symptoms, the doctors, they reach the cause. And when the cause is corrected, the symptoms will not appear again. This is the simple rule. In the same manner, when we are thinking about life is a time pass, so if time is a problem, so what is the cause of the time? Because time is effect. I don't have time. मरने को time नहीं. So if time is an effect, what is the cause of time? So the cause of time, we have seen yesterday also, cause of time is mind. No mind, no time. See? So what we have to do if we want to live life as a time pass, we have to conquer and arrest this cause called the mind. We have to work on the mind. But most of us normally complain about the mind. They cannot go beyond it. And thereafter they justify. After all, human beings है तो ऐसा होगा ही, then you suffer. See? We should never justify being miserable in life. First rule of spiritual life. See? Anybody will be miserable in that condition and that I am. So continue. No. See? When we justify something, we do not want to get rid of it. So when we justify somebody, if this happens to anybody, he will be miserable. So you are justifying. Similarly, anger we justify. So when we justify anger, we don't want to get rid of the anger. In the same manner, when we justify the disturbances in the mind, we do not want to work on the mind. So first of all, let us spell out what do we mean by the disturbed mind. We simply say mind is disturbed. Means what? What does it mean? So the mind runs in three parameters. Either the mind runs in time, or the mind runs in places, or the mind runs in objects or persons. See? So, Desha, Kala, Vastu. Desha is the place, space. Kala is the time. Vastu is the objects or the people. So, these are the three areas where the mind is constantly running. Even we are not aware of this, that this is exactly what happens. Now once we have understood this, that the mind runs in time, space and object, and we are convinced of this, then what will be our approach to take care of the cause of the time called the mind? Now we'll start working on the mind. Friends, the day we start working on mind, we are reborn. See, those who are the Kundalini people, they talk about the 7 chakras. And these 7 chakras are, the lowest one is the Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipur, then Anahata, Vishuddha, then Agya, and the ultimate Sahasrara, 7 chakras. So, the lower 3 chakras, Mooladhara. Mooladhara is living in body identification. Moola Adhar. The very foundation of our life is body identification. And therefore, we are living as the body, for the body, on everybody. See, what we have done since morning, what we do in our whole life, what do we write about our autobiography of a Dumbo? I was born there. Oh, who told you are born? No, my mummy told. Did you see where from you dropped? Oh, see, friends. Therefore, that is the Adhar of this relative world, Mooladhar. And as long as we are the victims of body identification, we will be caught up in the Swadhisthana chakra, that is a volcano of desires, calm. We want to fulfill our desires. Desires can never be fulfilled. You fulfill one desire, second will come. See? And then desire fulfillment ultimately leads to greed. See? So if we have to write our life story, what it will be? I am body, I want to fulfill my desires, and greed. Till such time we are living at these 3 levels, we are nowhere on the spiritual path. See? Therefore, first step we have to understand, life is a time pass means desire fulfillment is not spiritual life. See? Read any stotra. What is the conclusion of every stotra? Dhanarthi labhet dhanam, putrarthi labhet putra, moksharthi labhet moksha, kamarthi labhet. Desire fulfillment is the only criteria for our understanding of spirituality, which is 100% wrong. See? And therefore our Mahamantra, nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. See? So we rise above these 3 viruses: body identification, desire fulfillment, and greed. When we rise above this, then we can start working on the mind. Without that we can't. So we have crossed these 3 hurdles: Mooladhara, Swadhisthana and Manipur. Now we have come to the Anahata Chakra. Anahata Chakra is the one where we start working on our mind. See? So, what is the mind? See? Mind is knowledge where subject-object duality is valid. Where Dvaita, I versus you, this aspect of knowledge is called as mind. Consciousness is also mind, but in consciousness, objectivity is zeroed. At the mind, the objectivity is prominent. See? Now be very attentive. more the objectivity entertained by us, fatter becomes the subjective I. So in technical terms, objectivity is called as idam vritti. Idam means not I. And subjective is aham vritti, means I. Both are the two aspects of the same thought. Same thought has these two aspects, not I aspect and I aspect. Now to understand this, you look at my beautiful face from wherever you are looking. You will see two lights. One is the general light by which the face is illuminated. Second thing, wherever there is a tight skin or the glass frame, there you see some spot of light. See? On the basis of this only that song is there. Ek raat mein do chand khile. So, there are two lights. One is a common light and second is a general light, is it not? No, one is a common light, second is a specific light. Now to understand it, take still grosser example. In a bucket, there is a lot of water and the sun reflects in the bucket. So there we see again two types. One is the general light of the sun in which the whole bucket and the waters are illuminated. And second, in that water, there is a reflection of the disk of the sun. And from the reflected disk of the sun, another light comes out. But this light, which is coming out of the reflected sun in the water, will not be able to illuminate the original sun. See? In the same manner, our mind can eliminate only the objectivity. So aham vritti is the I factor and idam vrittis are not I factor. Now, more the idam vrittis we entertain, to that extent the aham vritti becomes fat. See? Take a child, 3 years, 4 years. Ask him to talk. He has nothing to talk. What is there to talk? No, tell something about you. He is in a great problem. What to talk, What is there to talk? Tell something about you. I like chocolate. With great difficulty he can say. And again something more. No, I had nothing more. No, you have to tell something. No, I had nothing to tell. Don't do this mistake with old people. You ask a oldie. See, you ask a oldie. Please say something about you. Baitho. And then Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveta Yutsavaha, Mamaka Pandavaschaiva, Kima Kurvata Sanjaya. That Mahabharata will never end. We'll have to call the security. The reason is, old man has been entertaining too much of not I, not I, not I. And the small child is entertaining hardly any not I objectivity. And therefore, children don't get insulted for a long period of time. 2 minutes they get, again they forget about it. And oldly like me, dikhaunga. Therefore, what is the mind? Mind is an interaction between I aspect and the not I aspect. Now be attentive. As the not I aspect is reduced, to that extent, the I aspect also becomes thinner. See? If you have decided for experiment, if you have decided, today is what date? 3rd July. Now we'll do this experiment right away. Put your right hand on your left heart and repeat after me. I'll be saying it 3 times. You say, and after that I'll explain the meaning of this Maha Mantra. 3rd July 2022.
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 Now stop. Now analyze this mantra. If you decide, you will not talk anything whatever has happened before this date. फिर क्या बोलूं? See? But when we talk to others, is only जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन. See, friends. Therefore, when I am telling you these simple techniques, they are not only for joke but practice them. When you have decided not to bring your past in the present, you will be working on your mind. See? But wherever we go, the same thing. आप कहाँ के हैं? Where are you come from? Where have you come? Where have you come? When are you going? Why don't you go? There is no end to that rubbish. And particularly Indians, they immediately take paper and start writing the Kundali. कौन से ग्रह में पैदा हो गए थे? दुराग्रह में. See, friends. Therefore, when we entertain minimum past, to that extent, our aham vritti becomes thinner and thinner. See? Like when we eat a lot of food and don't do exercise, we bloat. And when we reduce taking food and do exercise, like this fellow is going like a bamboo. Belong to a healthy family, man. What is this addi? See? We belong to a prosperous society, not only bones and if a motorcycle goes, he is thrown. Kya hai? Hawa aa gayi. When we eat, we become fat, and when we start reducing our intake, slowly we become thin. Exactly. When we start reducing importance given to the objective life, to that extent, our subjective I will become thinner and thinner. See, friends. And ultimately, when we practice it consciously, a stage comes wherein when the idam vrittis are zeroed, the aham will be left without vritti. It will be thought-free I. I am man, I am woman, I am husband, I am wife, I am father, I am mother, I am in-law, I am outlaw. These I's are the vritti yukta aham, conditioned I. See, I am mother, conditioned I. I am husband, conditioned I. I am mother-in-law, conditioned I. So, all these conditioned entities, they are miserable. But when I come to I only. So, this I, which is vritti rahit, without any conditioning, that remains. See? An example. I am a son to my father, I am a husband to my wife, and I am a father to my son. By God's grace, my father dies, my wife dies, and my son dies. Has anything happened to me? I continue to be. See? And when we thus come to this point, thought-free I, time cannot be born. There was a child, very smart, extraordinarily intelligent, maybe about 5 years. So, I was talking to him, hey, what's your age? So he started thinking, Swamiji, his mother Swamiji, he is always like that. He doesn't talk normal. I said, he's your son. How can he be normal? So he said, Swamiji, the earth has run around the sun 5 times. He didn't tell I am 5 years old. Now see how the time is more. When an object called as earth is moving around another object called as sun, and for movement of one object you require a space. So time, space and object. Time is born. See? And our identification with the body is our identification with the earth. And when we are not identified with the body, where are we? Space gone. When are we? Time gone. What are we? Object gone. But we still continue to remain. And that me, that I, is not a thought. See? I am intelligent, I am dumb, I am beautiful, I am awful, I am young, I am old, I am successful, I am unsuccessful. These are the thoughts. But in being, there is no thought. See, if we have to recognize this, we have to start working on the mind. See? So, this working on the mind starts when we come to Anahat Chakra. So, let us not bring our past in the present. Therefore, in the morning meditation class, I told you, when you are sitting, sit cheerfully and happily. Whenever you are happy, you are not thinking. Whenever you think, you cannot be happy. Try to think and laugh. When you laugh, you don't think. Those who think, they cannot laugh. क्या हो गया? Thinking कर रहे, suffer करो. See, friends. Therefore, when we come to this Anahata Chakra, means what? Now we have decided our Maha Mantra. And this mantra should change every day. Today it is 3rd July 2022. Tomorrow it will be the 4th July. So if anybody say, I have taken mantra diksha from Swamiji, 3rd July, tomorrow it will change. Oh. See? When you are thus committed, then slowly your mind will not be a problem for you. See? Therefore, we have to control the mind with reference to time, space and object. Now, for controlling the mind with reference to these 3 factors, this is called technically in Yoga Shastra as the Antaranga Sadhana, inner disciplining. Unless we are disciplined outside, we cannot enter disciplining inside. And for the external discipline, we told you, one only you try from our Mahamantra. One simplest one. देखो, सुनो, मत बोलो. See, hear, no comment. फिर क्या करूं? See, how many times I should not say, but our neighbor's daughter-in-law is far better than our daughter-in-law. I should not say. Arey Maharani, when you know, you should not say, why don't you keep your mouth shut? When you know that ulti, when vomit comes, you can't hold it. बोल ही दिया. चुप रहो ना. It is so important, my friends. Now about this I will give you the further data. Mind grossified is speech. Mind expresses as words. Now to understand this, do this experiment. try to think anything, but don't use words. So simple. But what we do? And such people call themselves to be, oh, I am sentimental. Sentimental means what? Ready to become mental. See? A sentimental person is the one who talks to himself or herself, but others cannot hear. And a mental person is the one who talks to himself or herself, others also can hear. Only this is the difference. See, friends, if we really want to work on the mind, these are the basics of life. No, I am observing Mauna. Mauna is not the discipline of speech. Read Bhagavad Gita. Distinctly, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, Mana prasada saumyatvam maunam atma vidigraha. The real discipline of the mauna is the discipline of mind, not that of speech. But normally we put the mask and what maunam. See, about this I had told in some of my talks. This happened in Haridwar many years before. I was going with my friend in a manual rickshaw. We were sitting together, and on the way there was a big ashram. So my friend told me, Swamiji, in this ashram there is a very big Mahatma. Should we take darshan? I said, of course we'll go. When I do namaskar to the stone, why not to human being? I'll go. So we went there. And there big ashram, big Mahatma, that means big security. So the secretary was there. And why you have come? I said, we have come to take darshan of Mahatma. No, he is not available, he is in Mauna. I said, okay, we went back. He came running. Wait. So what happened now? No, Maharaji called you. I said, how can he call? He is in Mauna. Don't argue. I said, all right, no argument. So we went. And then, two of us, I said, hey, come, we'll go. No, he cannot come. I said, okay, enjoy, I am going for a sacrifice. And he was a Mahatma, huge asan, according to size. And to me, they have given plastic chair, plastic brand Mahatma, plastic chair. And then he was sitting there, he had a paper and pencil, he wrote, what is your name? So I wrote, Gadbadananda. Then, where are you from? So I had to write something, so Vrindavan. Then, where are you staying here? So I wrote, I am staying here. Then I realized, come on, I can talk. Why I am not talking? And thereafter I laughed. And he also understood it. He also laughed. Then I asked, is laughing allowed in Mauna? See, friends, Mauna is discipline of mind. Don't talk to yourself. Talk to others. Don't talk to yourself. And when you practice this, when you don't talk to yourself, you will not like to talk to others also. Why we talk to others? Because inside we can't contain. It has to come out. It has to come out. See? And this is not going into depression. क्या हो गया? पता नहीं यार, जब से realize हो गया ऐसा ही हो गया. अरे, it's not like that. And you will see, when we talk to others, we talk either about our past or about their past. Time is born. And when we talk to ourselves, we talk about the future. इसके बाद क्या करना है, वहाँ जाना है, ये करना है, वो करना है. In short, when we talk to others, we are not in the present. When we talk to ourselves, we are not in the present. And this is how the life and the time is a killer for us. See, friends, therefore, we have to understand life lived as a time pass means time should not become an issue in our life. So, hold the mind with reference to these three parameters, time, space and object. They cannot be independent. They are all related. They are optional. Don't we say, hey, from here to New Jersey, how much time it takes? Oh, it may be 2 hours. How much distance? Maybe 100 meters or 100 kilometers. So the distance and the time, they are mutually usable. And what is the time? Is a principle of change. And what is the space? A principle of no change. See? When the principle of change influences us, we are carried away. And when the principle of change is halted, time dissolves, space dissolves, you dissolve, only the truth remains. And therefore, with this understanding, without this understanding, if you do, it will be mechanical. With this understanding, now let us tie down the mind to a place. In Yoga Sutra, it is said, Digbandaha. We have to tie the mind to a place. In yoga, they tell to fix the mind in Trataka outside. They will be keeping a flame and look at that. Don't do that. It's a very detrimental practice. You will destroy yourself. Don't do that. Then sit quite comfortable, whichever way you can, and do this bhavana that you have come back to your spiritual heart, not the bloody heart. Come back to the spiritual heart. Simply sit. Do this bhavana. From here, Mr. Mind, you are not going anywhere. See? Consciousness is like space. Mind is like air. What is air? Moving space is called as air. If there is zero movement, you don't experience air. When there is movement, then you experience air. So what is moving? Exactly the same way. Consciousness is without movement. When movement is introduced in the consciousness, the same consciousness is called as mind. And therefore, when we fix our mind in one place, meaning what? The movement of the mind is arrested. As a result, the mind dissolves in consciousness. And when there is no mind, there is no problem. All problems are the problems of mind. There was one American lady, she came for one of the international yoga conference and she attended all my talks, and then she has to go back to USA. So she said, I have got something to ask you, but now I have to catch the flight. I'll call you when I go back. I said, all right. She called me. That time it was in India night, 2 o'clock. I said, look here, at night I am on Mauna, I don't talk, okay? Call me when it is a day here. She called next day. I am writing a book on mind. I want to know, in short, what are your views about the mind as compared to the Western philosophy or Western psychology? I say, Western people talk about the unhealthy condition of the mind. We talk about the infinite potentiality of the mind present in every mind. Don't talk about unhealthy condition, depression, dejection, give some drugs and earn money. Once I was giving a talk on mind somewhere. There was one lady, she was probably a psychiatrist. Yes, Swamiji, you are talking on the same topic what we deal. I said, what is your thing? Psychiatry. I said, there is a difference. What is the difference? You make the patient talk, you don't listen, and yet you get the money. Here, I talk, nobody listens and nobody gives me money. Basic difference. It is not the same, it is a lot of difference. See, friends. Therefore, Babajis never get into depression and psychiatrists always get into depression. See, friends. Therefore, when we thus bring our mind to a halt with reference to space, so hold the mind in one place, in the spiritual heart. Spiritual heart does not have movement. See, what you call your sternum, this point. And for the don't do that. No, relax. And don't take it bhrumadhya. Otherwise you will become kana. It's all abnormal. Relax. See. Next. To hold the mind in one place, you require some support. And the support is an object. And if the object is that which you revere, respect, honor, then it will not be a difficult situation for the mind to hold on to. Whatever we love, we respect, we can hold on for a longer period of time, isn't it? See? Like when the patient comes and when the purse is very fat, then we hold on for a longer time. So, what we revere, respect most, whatever is your Ishta Devata or Guru, whatever you think. So, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, in one place, one object, only Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So, Deshataha Dharana, Vastutaha object, and then the mind is held in one place on one object for a long period of time. Trayam ekatra sayyamaha. So, time-wise, space-wise, object-wise. Now the mind is tied down. That's all. In this, you achieve nothing and you lose nothing. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Keeping this poise intact, play the game of life. See? We don't have to be there. Don't disturb. Realization coming up. Ah, puncture ho gaya. See? Meditation or spiritual life is not a punishment. If I am a military officer and new recruits have done something wrong, I'll punish him. What will be punishment? Take your rifle on your head with all the haversack and shoes and go around the parade ground 100 times. Punishment. If I am a Sanskrit teacher punishment? Write down Bhagavad Gita originally 20 times. Punishment. If I am a yoga teacher and if I have to punish you, do meditation. Suffer. See, friends, the more you are clear about these basic facts of life, then our mind is available to us whenever we want, wherever we want, for whatever purpose we want, for whatever length of time we want. The mind is 100% available. That's it. Arurukshur munir yogam karma karanam uchyate yoga arudasya tasyaiva shamak karanam uchyate. See? If we are really wanting to ride the steed of yoga, meaning if we really want to have full control over our mind, who is the culprit of time? For that, karma karanam uchyate. So here karma means two ways. Either karma means pranayam, or karma means keep yourself occupied in such a manner that you are not having the problem of kya karu. For that purpose, our Mahatmas, scriptures are given us. Whenever you are having little time, keep your mind engaged in chanting Lord's name. That way, what will happen? Mind will not develop a flow of thoughts. See, this should be clearly understood. Thoughts are not problem. The flow which is created by the thoughts, that is the problem. And this flow of thought is arrested when you start chanting the Lord's name. See. But that also should not be done mechanically. Ram, 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 ram. Bhagwan should understand, या किसको बुला रहा है पता नहीं मुझे तो chant cheerfully, happily, slowly, like yesterday I told you, like eating a chocolate. Then slowly the meaning of the mantra will descend in us. So, once you start working properly on your mind, then ultimate is Trayam Ekatra Sayyamaha. The time is perfectly controlled with reference to time, space and object. This is called technically Ekagra Bhumika. Our mind goes through 5 stages. First stage is Kshipta, always disturbed, here, there, here, there. Second is Moodha, dull-witted, samajh mein nahi aa raha. The third one is the Vikshipta, obsessed with something or the other. See, I don't know if I told you, once I was with one great Mahatma. And I don't take milk or milk products. So I was sitting next to him on the same dining table. So the host brought a glass of milk for Mahatma Ji. And they knew I don't take milk. So they didn't give me. So Mahatma Ji took a little bit and he said, you take it now. So when I took it, now that lady, she wanted to tell Mahatma Ji that I don't take milk. So I crushed her foot. Shut up. Every time love doesn't help. So she kept quiet. I drank that milk. And afterwards, when Mahatma Ji has gone, so Amit Ji, when we give you milk, you don't take. No, Amit Ji. I said, kahan Raja Bhoj, kahan Gangua Teli? Then I told the rules. Yesterday also I told, remember these rules. When you are in your own house, follow 100% rules.
Right.
When you are traveling, 50% rules. When you are in somebody else's house, 25% rules. When you are with the Mahatmas, whatever you are told, do it. See, friends, we must break our sankalpa also. And watch what happens. The real spiritual practice is working on the mind. These things you will not get in books. I learnt it from one great Mahatma from Vrindavan. After meeting him, I said, Maharaji, I have to go. Tomorrow I got my lectures in such and such place. So they will be waiting for me. He casually told me, don't go, let them wait. So he saw me. Then he said, we should break our sankalpa sometime and watch what happens. Otherwise, one gets that arrogance. I am like this, I am like that. Friends, the ego of goodness is more dangerous than the ego of badness. See, if a person is lazy, he can give it up. He can improve. If a person is workaholic, he can stop that and he can improve. If a person, I get up early in the morning, I do meditation, I chant the Lord's name, now there is no possibility of improvement. Then I am not like others. When our goodness is that arrogant that we start comparing the weaknesses of others and condemn them, is it a goodness?
No.
See, this is what that Mahatmaji told me. Sometime break your sankalpa and watch your mind. See? And thus we have to constantly work on the mind. Then your time problem will be dissolved. Then you will come to know another Mahamantra. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Once we were going to Manas, Tibet, or the Kailash Manas. We took the flight to Kathmandu, from there another flight to Nepalganj. And there were about 20 of us, 10, 12 from outside India and remaining from India. And we are all going by flights. It so happened, I was not interested to go. They physically pulled me. I said, I don't want to go. No, you have to come, Swamiji. So we are choiceless existence, so I had to go. And when we went there to Nepalganj, it started raining in cats and dogs initially. Then it became buffaloes and cows. Then it became elephants and camels. And it was so heavy raining that in that hotel where we were staying, in the dining hall, the water was knee deep. See? And there was no choice, no question that it is going to stop. So heavily raining, 3 days. So, these bottle brand people, Swamiji, what to do now? I said, let's go and play. What is there to play? I said, come with me. We went in the outer area. I said, now, those who have got blood running in their veins, they should come. Those who have got Coca-Cola running in their veins, don't come. So, I started walking in a circle. I said, now look here. Lift your right leg above the water, slowly. Don't make a splash. And slowly put it down and say the mantra. Nothing to do. Then lift it again up and slowly put it down. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Nowhere to go. And we started going round and round. After 3-4 rounds, I went And they continued. And thereafter they say, Swamiji, such a powerful mantra. I said, yes. Relax, relax, relax. Otherwise, we have to finish. How does it matter? Relax. The day you will learn the art of relaxation, you have learnt everything in life. See? Like tabla, hamesha chada rahta, dum dum bajata rahe. Relax. We don't have to teach anything to anybody. We don't have to do anything for anybody. We are here for a time pass. And when you go for a time pass, you go for a vacation. And when you go for a vacation, do you earn their money? No, you have got a budget. See, suppose tomorrow you have to go. And now you see, kitna budget baki abhi? We still have got 50,000 rupees. 50,000, ab kya kaisa kharch kare? How to spend that? Because we have gone with you to spend that money, is it not? Not to earn. Unless you are a baniya. See? Baniyas will go and also do this thing. Ye kafan kitne ka? Saste mein de do. See, friends. Therefore, we are in this world on a big vacation. See? Therefore, nothing to do, nowhere to go. Relax, relax, relax. And to practice this, one of my technique I'll tell you, try. Never be a leader in life. Be a follower. This I learned from Mahendra Bhai. He is my guru. In the morning, when I went there for my cup of tea, he also came. I asked him, when is the meditation? Swamiji, I am like you. I also don't do anything. I just follow. See? And that is the reason of his happiness. Have you seen any time miserable? No. Miseries are handed over. Don't be a leader in life. Be a follower. See? Wherever I go, where I am going to stay, I don't think. What to do about washing clothes, I don't think. Who will do my ironing clothes, I don't think. What food I will take, I don't think. Where I have to go, I don't think. Who will drive me, I don't think. See? Therefore, why should I think when somebody thinks, relax? But we take the burden of the whole world on our head. Relax, relax, relax. With this relaxation, Maha Mantra, you will learn the art of life is a time pass. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. See? And you are practicing it. It's not you are not practicing. So many satsang you have heard. Has it made any difference? Because you are establishing the truth. हम ऐसे ही है, बदलेंगे नहीं. See? This is called as asangoham, asangoham, asangoham punah punah. Nothing can touch me. Be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.